So thank you very much, and anybody who's going to catch me on the replay. So today's topic I'm really excited about, because if you have been looking at my previous videos and stuff, I talk about energy quite a lot. I talk about decluttering quite a lot. Hey, lovely. And this concept of declutter your business, I will be honest with you, the naming of it only came about on Tuesday, but what it is and what it encompasses, I have been doing for over 2 decades. I remember my first job and I had to do this and I didn't realize what it actually was. And well, it's not that I didn't realize, that time we didn't have the declutter buzzword. So declutter your business, what am I talking about? Just want to emphasize, I am not talking about you going into your office space and decluttering your desk or anything to do with your computer. Nothing at all to do with that, because that sits kind of in its own thing. And I think automatically when we think of declutter, clearing your workspace, yes, but that's not what this segment is about. But well done for doing it. I'm proud of you. So yeah, so it's not about clearing your workspace or clearing your computer or, you know, anything about that. This is to do with your business. It's to do with what you do within your business. So from the buzzword, your business processes. How is your business operating? When we start off as entrepreneurs, a lot of us don't come with that background. I certainly didn't come with that background, but I did come with quite a lot of business knowledge. And as a result, a lot of what we start building is done organically, or maybe there's a little bit of planning. Maybe there might be a little bit of a concept of what we're going to do, but then as the business grows, it becomes like we're just slotting blocks on top of it rather than actually always looking at the business as a whole. A bit like buying a house. So you bought the house initially, you knew what you wanted, you knew the number of rooms and how it's going to be set up and wonderful. And then as the family grew, you grew, your needs changed, you started to maybe extend the house, and all you started doing was just kind of building additional rooms to the house, but actually never looking at the flow of the house, if you actually had in use, what kind of way you were going to use it. Was it going to help? Was it going to actually make it worse? i.e., was it going to add light into the room, or was it going to take the light away from the room? So all of those kinds of things. Now, if you apply that psychology to your business, what have you been doing in your business? So look at your business processes, and let's take a really simple one. So the simple one is, if you are product based and you're selling a product to a client, how is that process working? So what happens right from the beginning of that process? So the process would be that you've got the product on your shop, so the process starts that the client orders that product from you. What happens after it's ordered? You do something. You basically probably get the product, put it together, put it in a box, you know, send it off, parcel it, message it, you know, however you want to brand it. You put it into the box, and then you know, walk it to your post box, and then you post it. And then maybe you send confirmations, paperwork, you know, other things, and then get feedback, and, you know, so there's always kind of like a beginning, middle, and end to that process. Now, maybe you've been doing that process right from the start and it's been working, but have you actually looked at that process now in the present day and thought, with regards to all the other stuff I do for my business, what are the things within that one process? What can I, or rather rephrase, what do I choose to keep doing for myself, because I enjoy it, it's a part of me, it's something that gives me joy. So what do I want to keep and do for myself? What part of that process can I delegate to somebody else, because the business is growing, and there's just, other things that you could be doing. So what can I actually think? Yeah, actually I can delegate to somebody else. And when I talk about delegate, that doesn't necessarily mean that you need to get somebody to and pay for them to do it, because we are all building our businesses. Not everybody has got to a point where they can or have the finances to be able to give it to somebody else. I mean, that's where we aspire to be, and we will be one day. But in the meantime, who within your network, and it doesn't have to be your business network, it could actually just be friends and family that you can reach out to. And this is probably the biggest hurdle that people go through, which is asking for help, and asking for help from friends and family as well, because you never know, they might actually go, yeah, you know what, I can spend that 1 hour a week or whatever just doing this, and yeah, no, I'd enjoy it, it'd be fine. So always reach out, because what's the worst that can happen? They will say, no, sorry, I'm too busy, I can't take it on, I don't want it, whatever, and then you're no worse than you were before. But in asking, you might actually find solutions that could help you. So so the two things at the moment is, what do you choose to do yourself because it brings you joy? What can you delegate out to people? Again, reach out to friends and family, not just your business network. And thirdly, what can you automate? Now, I'm a big believer of automation. I came from that background. I have an IT background. So, and my first job was understanding business processes, hence why I really like this, and I've been doing it for over 2 decades without realizing, because I didn't put a name to it. Business processes, that is basically, for 2 decades it's been something ingrained in me, that when I look at something, I'm looking at it from beginning, middle, end, because that's what I had to do for my company when I automated all of their systems from manual to bringing them up to the 20th century, because we were just on the cusp of 20th century, bringing everything up to date. So I looked at all of the things that we could automate to make life easier. And with time, remember that was 2 decades ago almost. So with time, technology has changed. So much more is available to us because we do live quite a lot in a virtual world. So there will be systems out there. Reach out to the younger generation. Post in groups. Find out if there's better ways of doing things that you've been doing to make it a lot more efficient. I came from a spreadsheet background. There must be better ways than keeping spreadsheet, to keep a record of things, to make things move quicker. Back in the day, I had spreadsheets for booking clients on. Now, my website has a calendar system that books clients on automatically. That saved me time because I don't have to sit there with a spreadsheet, sending out the confirmation, everything. It's all done. So really, if everything within your business is quite a lot and it's an overwhelming process, break it down per process, per little task that you're doing, and just look into it and go, what can I improve to make my life easier? Because remember, at the end of the day, we're building businesses and we want our businesses to grow and we want them to create the income for us. When I left my last job, I was literally sometimes working an average of 16 to 18-hour days. I do not want my business that I'm putting in the same amount of hours a day, because that's not why I left the corporate world. I could have just stayed in the corporate world if that's what I was aspiring. We need our businesses to work for us, and the only way they're going to work for us is that we get smarter in how we're actually working with them. So look at your processes, look at what's working for you, and get rid of stuff that's not working for you, because there may be stuff that you're doing because it's become habit, it's become the norm. You've not had time to actually review or look at things, but look at things and go, is this actually working for where I am today? Yes, it worked for 2 decades ago because that's what my business was, but now, is it working for me today? If it's not, change it, tweak it, change it, let it go. Whatever it works. Decluttering your business is a huge task, because it's a psychological mindset to start with. Forget about actually doing the stuff. It's about changing our habits and our beliefs and the mindset of the way that we've been used to working. Once you get on board with that, then actually doing the physical work and changing and reviewing the process, that becomes a little bit more easier to handle, because it's nothing different to decluttering your closet. You have to get into the mindset of letting go. You have to get into the mindset of, I don't need all of these clothes anymore. They don't fit me. I haven't worn them for years. And then you get into the mindset of, actually, you know what, I can donate, I can give, I can sell. And if you just switch that around into this, you know, your business processes, you're choosing to keep it, you're delegating, or you're automating, or you're completely letting it go because it no longer serves you. Number 4, I didn't think of the 4th one. So yes, 4th one, you're choosing to let it go because it no longer serves you. So do this on a regular basis. I subconsciously, because it's the way I was conditioned, do it on a regular basis. I'm always looking at new ways of doing things, new systems to put into place to make my life easier. Yes, I do fall by the wayside. By no means am I an angel or a master of this, to the point that if you have not been noticing the post, and this is not a plug-in, but by coincidence, and because I'm energy related, I am all about coincidence. Claire Whitaker is all about automating, and she just put out a post relating to declutter your business, which is not the reason why I'm talking about it, but I will be working with Claire to give me fresh eyes regarding decluttering my own business, because even though I've been doing it for over 2 decades, I've been doing it in a certain way. Excuse me. And having a fresh pair of eyes just look into my own business and help me, and being of a newer generation to myself, it's just going to help to give that little bit of energy and freshness into my own business. So if there is somebody out there who has that knowledge, who is basically maybe more technical, different, young than you are, work with them. Use that knowledge, because honestly, they're brought up in the world of IT. Yes, I was brought up in the same world, but maybe you haven't been brought up in the same world. So embrace it and take it as your new challenge, because we are still in April. You know, my last few videos have all been about spring energy and how this is the time to really clear, declutter, get clarity with regards to what you want to be creating. And this is not just about your business, but also in your life, because the energy that you carry this year will be a mirror of what you're going to be manifesting in your life. So if you're carrying the energy of not letting go and not holding on, then you're going to have a lot more resistance. You're going to have a lot more of, why is this not working for me? I am doing everything in my power to make things happen, but they're not happening. Then you need to be doing the inner work and going, okay, what am I not allowing to let go of? But if you are working through the resistance and going, nope, okay, I don't like it, but let's go, let's believe it, let's go forward, I can see the benefits. If you take it with that kind of attitude, what you're doing is slowly stepping stones working through that resistance. Resistance is not a 0 to 10. It's a 1, 2, 3 sometimes, process. And you need to work on the process that's there for you. But the thing is that you're taking the stepping stones. So I hope this video has helped. I hope it's given you a little bit of clarity of what decluttering your business is about. And I really, really, really forgotten the word. I really, 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 really hope, that's not the word I'm looking for, but I can't find the correct word. Really, really hope that you guys will take this on board, because it's so important. In order to build our businesses, in order to give us the lifestyle that we want, we need to always be looking at better ways of working within the business as opposed to just working on the business. So thank you so much for joining me.